You are listening to Sports Talk with Thomas.
What's up, everybody? This is your host, Thomas Gibbons, for the first edition of Sports Talk with Thomas. Today, we will focus on the Chicago Blackhawks as they are still fighting for their playoff lives. The Blackhawks will be in Arizona tonight to take on the Arizona Coyotes. Right now, the Blackhawks sit currently 5 points out of that last wild card spot. And with a win tonight, they can find themselves 3 points out with still a very tough schedule to go. Looking ahead to the rest of the season schedule, they will be in San Jose on Thursday, in Los Angeles on Saturday, with home games on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the first week of April, and then finish it off in Nashville on Saturday, April 6th. Still a very tough way to go for these Blackhawks, and again, every game has been a must-win for the past few weeks, and it's going to be a must-win for the rest of the way out, and they're still going to need to win every game, and still a miracle is going to have to happen for them to make the playoffs. It is a very tough stretch in there with the Hawks, the Wild, the Coyotes, and the Avalanche all fighting for that second wildcard spot, and it starts again tonight in Arizona. Update from Morning Skate today. The Blackhawks will go with Corey Crawford and the same lineup that they put out there on last Sunday against the Avalanche. For injury news, Drake Caggiula did travel with the team. He is recovering from a concussion. He did travel. He did participate in the morning skate. But he is still out for tonight and out for the definite future. Coach Jeremy Colliton said it is a good sign that he did travel and he did practice with the team, but they are still a long ways off from having him back in the lineup. And if I had to put some money down, I'd probably say he may not return this year. The Blackhawks are obviously going to take it very slow with concussions, considering the past that they've dealt with Corey Crawford. He had a concussion last year that sidelined him for a long time, and then he had another concussion this year that he suffered in December, and he was out of the lineup for quite a bit. So the Blackhawks are going to take that very carefully. But getting back to the playoff race, looking back at last week's events, Blackhawks had a tough skid. They lost 3 in a row, and that really hurt them making up some ground in the playoff race, especially the crucial home-to-home versus the Avalanche last weekend. Lost at Colorado on Saturday 4-2, but bounced back and won on Sunday at home in overtime. They got 2 points. Avalanche got 1. So now that puts the Blackhawks at 5 points back of that wild card spot. And, we've said it's been a must-win for a while now. When you look back at some of the games that are really going to hurt the Blackhawks, say if they win out and, everyone else in front of them wins out, they're not going to make the playoffs. But when you look back at some of the games that really hurt the Hawks, losing to Los Angeles early in March, and then that 3-game skid in the third week of March, that was, it was really killer, considering that they had a great month of February, and then, the power play didn't do as well as it has been. I think they've converted on maybe 2 of their past 27 or 28. It's been a tough stretch for that power play for something that they leaned on the whole month of February during that amazing win streak and putting themselves back in the playoff picture when everyone doubted them. But, they got to buckle down, and, they'll have Corey Crawford, who's been really, really strong since coming back from injury, proving that he has bounced back and he's still one of the best goaltenders in the league, and, he's going to put the team on his back. We saw that a couple weeks ago in Montreal, 2-0 win by the Hawks where Crawford stopped 48 shots, and he's been doing that often lately, considering the defense that the Blackhawks have is not really that too sharp right now. It's been Corey Crawford standing on his head quite a bit. So again, Arizona tonight. The Blackhawks have had their share of success versus Arizona. Last game versus Arizona, they won 7-1 back on March the 11th. So they, again, plenty of experience with the Arizona team. And again, it's a must-win from here on out. That is the first edition of Sports Talk with Thomas. We'll see you next time.